So the purpose of this video is to give you actionable steps and to reframe your mind as to knowing that what you think really dictates your outcome in life. So I was here, as you can see, I have this beautiful view. I've just been hiking this day, and I was at this trail just hiking, thinking about just how do I get to this point in life? How am I here right now? What's led me here, and how do I get to where I want to go? So what's brought me to this point, and how am I going to get to where I want to go in the future? And it all stemmed from your mind. You see, the Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he. So you think about yourself, what you say about yourself will dictate your reality in life. You see, your thoughts lead to actions, your actions lead to habits, and your habits, they lead to your lifestyle. And all of that stems from what you think in your mind, what you say about yourself. A lot of people, I just don't get it. A lot of people will go through life and say, oh man, I'm a loser. I wasn't dealt the right cards. You see, I grew up this way. I'm not going to achieve this because of that. And they think of that their past determines their future, which that's not the case. You see, it's all because of what you say about yourself. If you say, I'm just a fat, lazy person, that's what you're going to be, man, because you're not going to put in the action. You're not going to put in any work. You're going to stay at that current position because you're not speaking, you're not thinking a different thing, a different word of yourself to become that. Because obviously your thoughts, they're going to lead to your actions, and that action, when you say, dude, I'm a fit person, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to put in action. Once you do that and you actually go out and do it, dude, you're going to become that. And so it all stems to your thoughts. It all stems to those words that you say about yourself. Now, people have this whole idea of manifestation. This is where these action steps are going to come in, because I somewhat believe that and I somewhat don't. And all manifestation really is thinking about something so much that you're an actual normal human being, and because you think about it so much, you actually go out and do it because you can't get it off your mind. Manifest is not just, oh, I thought about this and now I'm a millionaire. No, it's you thought about it so much. Your thoughts, they led to your action, and your action led to your habits, and your habits led to your lifestyle. That's what it is. So the action steps behind all this is to actually take your mind and think of that person you want to be. Because think of it this way. Imagine you have like thousands of different versions of yourselves. Like there's different versions of you out there. And there's different, like just say there's a different version of you out there that's poor, that's not the place you want to be, that's fat, it's not what you want. It's not the version you want. But then there's another version of you that's out there, that's achieving the things you want. Every goal in your mind, that person has achieved. So now, just re-engineer that thinking and think, so what does that person, what does that version of me do? What is their habits? What's their actions? What's their lifestyle? What do they say? What do they say about themselves? What do they say to others? How do they live? What do they eat? How do they live their lives? What's their daily action plan? What's their goals? How do they live their life? Now you think that, and now you put it into yourself, and you say, so how can I live that way today? Not tomorrow, not next week, not how am I going to get there in my 100-day plan. No, manifestation, you're going to take that and you're just going to say, okay, so as a man thinketh, so is he. So if I start thinking the way that this person that I want to be already does, then I'll start to become that. So I just sat down, I just started writing out. It's like, what's this person be? What does he say? What does he believe? He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do all these asinine things that are pointless and wasteless. He doesn't just sit there and scroll his phone all day. He's action. He wakes up early, he goes to the gym, he eats healthy, he eats right, he goes up and he talks to whoever he wants to. He'll go up and he has no problem saying no. He'll go up to any girl he wants and talks. He's not afraid. He's confident. He doesn't say he doesn't pause in his speech. He goes and he does what he wants, and he follows what God has for him in life. That's what I think of the person that I want to be. So you have to look at yourself and you have to say, so what do I want to be in life? What is this person that has achieved all this? The version of me that is out there and has achieved all the life that I want to achieve. What does he do? What does he do on a daily basis? And when you actually think that, when you actually have that knowledge of that version of what you want in life, you can take that back and you can say, okay, well, how can I start today? And you just start to live that way. That's what they call this whole manifesting thing, is because you actually start to become that person. You actually start to inhabit the lifestyle of what that person does. And so let's say I actually start working towards it, and I say, okay, I'm going to allocate 10 hours a day towards this task, towards building the future I want. And you start to build and build. Well, dude, if you start living that way after, 6 months, who knows, even sooner, you're going to be that person. It all starts with your mind, how you think, how that person thinks. You start implementing it in your own mind. So just remember, out of this whole rant that I just went on, as a man thinketh, so is he. Learn what God has a plan and a purpose on your life, man. Before you're even born, it says that he predestined you for greatness. If that's not enough, I don't know what is. He predestined you for greatness. He already had a plan and a purpose on your life. Now just fulfill it, walk in it, and continue in what he has. So read his word, search in him, and say, what do you want me to do? You can look at yourself and the dreams that you have in your mind, the things, the aspirations, he put that in you. He put those things, those thoughts, those dreams. So when you think, I just sat there for a long time, I'm like, God, what do you want me to do? And then I just realized the plans, the ideas, the gifts, the things that I already have, that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to go in that. So go in it, man. Pray, seek him, find what you want. Just go, man. Because if you just sit there and you just think, but you don't put action, it's those two combined, it will just propel. So remember, actions, your thoughts lead to your actions lead to your habits, and your habits lead to your lifestyle. It all starts in the mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. So think a different thing and go in it, man. Never give up. Never stop trying. Remember, enough action, any goal can be achieved. You got this, man.